In this session, we are going to discuss about the string buffer class in Java. This session is going to be totally practical. So please watch the video till the end. So now first we will discuss what is a string buffer. Okay, so a string buffer is a class in Java that represents a mutable sequence of characters. Now the question is that what do you mean by mutable? So for that purpose, first understand what is mutable, and then we will come to the topic of, you can say, a string buffer. So usually people create the object or you can say a string object using a class that is called a string. A string str equal to, you usually use you create the object using this way, like string str equal to Pradeep. So I created this object Pradeep. Okay, now when you are going to run this code, how it is going to be work in the memory? Simple. Whenever you are going to run this code, first of all, let me take the example. This is memory. This is your memory. So in the memory, when this line will execute, it will create the object. So I will take the example. The object is created in the form of, you can say, this. You can say, for example, this circle. In the circle, you can say that I have stored the value Pradeep here. So when the object will be created in the memory, it will initialize with the value of Pradeep. And now this str is going to work as a reference. So let me put it here. So now, like it is something like that. Str is pointing to this object. Okay. So this will happen in the memory when this line will run a string str equal to Pradeep. Now let me print the value of this str. S by S. So now let me print the value. If I will print the value, you will see that the value str, I'm going to print it here. It will print the value. Okay. So now let me run this code. So now you can say it is printing the value Pradeep. It means initially I created the object of string by initializing the value Pradeep, and same is printed. Now after this line, I'm going to perform some operation. So in, you can say, in string, you can perform the operation with the help of few functions. Any operation you are going to perform, it will do the same type of, you can say, it will use same type of concept there. For easy example, I will take the example of concatenate. Concatenate means you are going to append. You are going to append some data in the existing object. So I'm going to append Pradeep space CHAND. Okay, space char. So now you can say I perform this operation. What? In the string, I perform, in the string object, I perform the operation of concatenate churn. So now it will be appended. So now let me see that after performing this operation, what is the value of str here. So now let me run this code and see the what is the value. So you can see that this line is printing Pradeep. So it means the initial values of Pradeep. After the performing the concate operation, the value is still Pradeep. So now how it happens? How it is working? So actually what happens that whenever you are going to execute, whenever Java is going to execute this line, it performs the concatenation. But instead of performing the concatenation operation in the existing object, it performs in the new object. Behind the scene in the memory, it creates a new object, and where it actually, you can say, perform the operation. Initial value Pradeep, it has taken from the old object, and then it appended CHAND. Okay, now it means what is happening? It means whenever this line is executed, the operation concat take place in the new object, not in the old object. So that's why you can say that. That's why you can say that the value of you can say string str is still, you can say, Pradeep here. So this is called immutable. So this is called immutable. And string is the example of immutable object, means where you are, whenever you are going to perform any operation in the object, and instead of performing the operation in the existing, it creates a new object behind the scene, then it is called immutable. And in this case, the existing object, the original object, remain unchanged. Okay, now you can see that. Now if you go to the slide here, string buffer class is a presents a mutable. Mutable means whatever I've shown you, the opposite of it. The opposite of it. Opposite of it means if you are going to create you can say object with the help of string buffer class, you can modify. You can modify the existing object. The operation will take in the existing object. Okay, so I can show you that thing also. So now let me again go to the, you can say, that example here. And now for that purpose, let me do one thing. let me delete everything from here. And now let me do one thing. Let me delete this thing from here also. Now I'm going to do let me create the console also. And now this time I'm going to create the object of, you can say, characters using the string buffer class. So string buffer equal to, you can say, str, I'm just giving the name subf, equal to new string buffer. So now string buffer object is created in this way, and we have different type of constructor for that. This one, a string buffer for the blank. If you want to create a blank object, empty string in the memory, then you can use string buffer. If you want to give any sequence, then you can use that char sequence. And if you want to create a string object with some initial capacity, with initial size, then you can use this one. In the same way, we have, you can say, a string buffer here with the string parameter. So this is widely used, and the purpose of this is, if you want to create a string with some initial value, you can use it. Okay, so now let me use it. I'm just providing a value, same here, Pradeep. Okay, so now let me show the impact of this line also. Same way you can say that if you take the example. So let me take the example of this is my memory, and when this line will execute it, it will create an object in the memory. So I'm taking the example of this, you can say, this circle here. And now in this circle, it is going to store the value Pradeep here. And now let me, okay, let me, it is using underscore, let me remove underscore. So it is going to store Pradeep here. And now this is the str buffer. So let me create the reference here, str buffer, which is pointing to the, which is actually, you can say, pointing to the this object. So this is, you can say, initial stage. Now in this case also, I'm going to show you that what is the value stored in the memory. So I'm using SOP string buffer. Now let me print this value, and you can see the console that what value is printed and what is stored. So now you can say it is very easy to understand string buffer you created just by giving the name Pradeep here, and initially it is created this object, and str buffer is pointing to it. That's why it is printing. Now I'm going to do the operation on string buffer, strbuff dot. So here you can say, if you want to perform any concatenation operation in the string buffer, the name of the method is different, but you can say functionality same, like you can say this one, append string. So here I'm going to do the same thing here, space chand. Okay, now I perform this operation, and after operation, let me again print the value of same string buffer object, and see that this time also the value of a string buffer is same, or it is going to be changed. So now let me run this code. So you can say that in this case, the original value string buffer, that is Pradeep, printed, but after performing the operation append chand, now the value of string buffer becomes Pradeep chand. That's why it is printing the Pradeep chand. How it is possible? How it works? Because string buffer class is mutable. Mutable means whenever you are going to perform any operation, it takes place in the initial object. It takes place in the existing object. It means you can say that when this operation happens, operation actually take place in the original object. You can say this one, Pradeep, and then it becomes Chand here. So now the value of initial object become Pradeep Chand. That's why you can say it is printing it. So now I hope you understand the difference between the mutable and immutable. So a string is a immutable. A string is immutable. You cannot change the state of the existing object. But string buffer is mutable. You can change the state, or you can say value of the existing object. Okay, now we'll go here, and now we understand that what is string buffer. String buffer is a class that represents a mutable sequence of character. It provides an alternative to the immutable string, that is class, a string class. Okay, allowing you to modify the contents of a string without creating a new object every time. Now we have different type of constructor in the class. Like string buffer, we have class, like shown you, that if you want to use this one blank object, how you can do it. Let me do one thing. Let me first of all remove this one thing, and let me create a string buffer. So I'm creating string string buffer, this one buffer, and this time let me take the example of suppose s1. So I'm just giving the name of my reference equal to this one, and I'm using the, you can say, blank empty constructor here, this one. So it will create a, you can say, empty string. You want to see that? Let me print the value this one, and I'm going to print the value this one. Okay, so s1. So if you will see the What is the value of S1? You can say that the value of string buffer will be Pradeep because it is created with the some initial value, but S1 is a blank. So let me run it. Now you can say that it is, you can say blank here. And now this value is created with the help of this one. Now we have, you can say another constructor also string buffer initial capacity. So it creates an empty string buffer with the specified capacity at a length. Means you can decide that what length you want to store in the, you can say string buffer here. So now we can do same thing here in this string buffer. Now let me take the example of same one. Okay, I can do one thing. Let me delete this one. And now I'm using this one string buffer, and I'm using this third constructor, that is, you can say initial capacity. So I'm giving the capacity levels. Take the example 5 here. So now it will create an object with the, you can say 5 you can say length here. Now if you run it, so you can see that it is still blank, but the capacity is, you can say 5. So you can say you have these three constructor. You can create any type of string buffer, string here. Now we are going to talk about the methods of a string buffer. The first method you are already, you can say aware, we have already used it. What is that? Append. So it means if you have any existing object, if you want to append some data, you can use the append operation for that. Now what is the use of insert method? Is used to insert character, strings or other objects at a specified position the buffer here. So now you can say that, for example, this is my string S1, and now I will do one thing. This is string. I am going to add S1 dot, and I can use the method, you can say insert here. So I can use this method insert here. So I can say that insert, for example, I can use this one insert, and here I can use 0 position, and I'm going to add, suppose, PRA. So I've added this one. So with the help of this one, what you can do, you can call the insert operation, and here you can also give the position where you want to insert it. So now you can say I perform this operation. Now it will print S1. So now to see that what is the value of, you can say S1. Now you can say the value is PRA. Okay. Now here I want to show you one more thing here. Let me write PRA TEE Pradeep here, and let me write CHAND. Now I'm going to run it and see that very beautiful part here. Run Java application. Now you can say that it is storing the value Pradeep Chandra, because few person have confusion that what is this one. This is not the capacity. This is called the initial capacity. When this object is created, it's created with the initial capacity of 5 characters only. But whenever you are performing the operation at that time, it will be increased. Okay, so here you can say this is the use of insert operation. Now we have a operation of a delete. It is very interesting. Now you can say that you have added something here. Now I'm going to call it. Okay, after that, let me call S1 dot. I've added something, and now I'm going to call the, you can say, delete here. So delete, you can use delete to function start and end, and you can give the index. It will delete everything. So now let me call delete. Okay, so I'm giving starting is 0, and I'm going to give only the, you can say, 3 here. So it will delete the characters from 0 to 3. So I've inserted, then I deleted 0 to 3, and then as well. Now you can see the result here. So now you can say that it has deleted P, R, and A, 0 to 3 characters. You can say starting from 0, it has deleted the 3 characters. Starting from 0, first, second, third, it is the number of characters. So it has deleted it. So this is delete. And now very beautiful function is reverse. This is very beautiful function because this function is not available in the string class. What is that? Suppose take the example, I have added a string Pradeep, and you want to get the reverse of it, S1 dot, and you have an inbuilt function that is called reverse. So you don't need to write a custom logic like you have to create in case of a string. So here you can see that it is going to provide you the reverse of that. This one. This is the beautiful part. So I hope you understand what is the string and string buffer class, and how you can say string buffer class works as a mutable. You can change the state of the existing object. That's why you can say whenever you want to save the memory, okay, you don't want to create the every time a new object on performing the operation. Instead of string, you should prefer the string buffer. Okay, if still you have any doubt, you can put in the comment of this video, and if you like the video, you can click on the like button also, and if you have not subscribed my channel till now, you can subscribe it. Thank you.